they are limiting you. They are limiting you, and they're actually keeping you from attaining everything that you want to attain. It's keeping you from your true freedom. It's keeping you from your happiness. It's keeping you from being who you are and who you are meant to be and the things that you're meant to be doing here. And as soon as you'll be able to flip those beliefs, that's when you'll see that things will start changing for you. Opportunities will come in. People who are better in alignment with who you truly are will start entering your life. You'll find love. You'll find so many different things when you start to love yourself for who you are. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of On Purpose by Lynn. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Lynn and I share with you everything you need to know about personal development and spirituality so that you can create your best life and so that you can rise to your fullest potential. If that's something that you're interested in, then make sure to subscribe. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly my experience with self-esteem, struggling with low self-esteem, low self-worth, and how I actually was able to change that around. If that's something that you'd like to do in your life, then stay around. Have you ever felt like you were not good enough? Have you ever felt like some things, they just happen for certain people, but they will never happen for you? Have you ever wondered why you have these beliefs? Have you ever wondered why you think that for this person things will work out, but for you it will not? It's not because it is now possible for you. In fact, it is your subconscious programming that is telling you that you are not worthy enough for getting that exact same thing. Because we are all equal. We have equal potential. So whatever person is able to do X, Y, or Z is what you can do too. So the only thing that stops you from getting what you want is actually the belief about yourself, the way that you perceive yourself. I remember when I was younger, I struggled a lot with low self-esteem, low self-worth. It had to do with body image. I hated my legs, my butt, my everything about my body. I didn't like it. I always thought that I was fat. Which is actually crazy when I look back at pictures from when I was younger, because I was absolutely not fat. Like, I was very athletic. I had like a very muscled, beautiful body, and it's weird that even from an age of 7 years old, I already thought that my legs were not pretty. It's just a perception that I had, but it wasn't true. And even though it wasn't true, I still believed it was true. And that's exactly what I want to ask you. Are there some things that you believe about yourself that might not be true? Even though you think it's true, maybe when you shift at your perspective, you see through the lens of a different version of yourself. Perhaps someone that is much more qualified, much more beautiful, much more worthy of everything that you want to manifest, everything that you want to create in your life. And if you have some of those beliefs, and don't get me wrong, I still from time to time have beliefs, limiting beliefs that pop up. And it's an ever ongoing journey. Whenever we reach a certain level in life, and we get to another level, and we thought we break through all the limiting beliefs, we find some new limiting beliefs, and that's how we grow, that's how we evolve. So there's absolutely no shame in finding a certain belief about yourself, whether it's about the way that you look, about your job, about your qualifications, about love, about relationships like friends, family. It doesn't matter what it is. It all comes down to the same thing. It's feeling worthy of deserving whatever you want out of life. And the reason why your reality will shift once you break through those limiting beliefs, once you up and raise your self-esteem, is because your life reflects what you are. The vibration that you are at right now is what you will see a direct reflection of in your reality. So what you might be thinking right now is, okay, Lynn, so perhaps I have some limiting beliefs, perhaps I don't feel exactly worthy in life for achieving or receiving the blessings that are out there for me. But how do I do it? How do I change those beliefs about myself, especially since I've carried them with me for so long? There are things that are called shadow work. It's exploring our shadows. It's the parts of ourselves that we have disowned, that we carry with us and that are constantly overshadowing our light. So we are caged within them. And we cannot be truly free, we cannot truly express, we cannot truly fully be who we are in the core, in our basis. I've done this kind of work a lot. And what I found is it's a journey. Whenever we take the time to sit down and reflect on ourselves and our lives and look in the mirror and see all the parts of ourselves that we don't like, that we have disowned. Like I said about my body, I didn't like my body since a very young age. I was always afraid of not having friends, not fitting in. It's been a huge part of my life that I was always afraid of, not being able to be loved. And that's huge. And when you carry those things in your life, even if you don't realize that they are limiting you, and they're actually keeping you from attaining everything that you want to attain. It's keeping you from your true freedom. It's keeping you from your happiness. It's keeping you from being who you are and who you are meant to be and the things that you're meant to be doing here. So it's very sad. And as soon as you'll be able to flip those beliefs, that's when you'll see that things will start changing for you. Opportunities will come in. People who are better in alignment with who you truly are will start entering your life. You'll find love. You'll find so many different things when you start to love yourself for who you are. And I know some of you might be thinking that self-love is so cliche. It's a bit like cringe and cheesy. But self-love is truly the basis of anything. When we talk about manifestation, when we talk about the law of attraction, when we talk about spirituality, when we talk about living authentically, when we talk about creating our dreams, rising to our fullest potential, self-love is the primary basis of everything. And I know that might sound dramatic, and it is dramatic, but we have to realize that if we work through those limiting beliefs, if we work through those shadows that we've carried with us throughout our lives, it's going to change everything for you. So the number one way to do this is to write down, identify your belief. Identify whatever you don't like about yourself. And I invite you to take the time, set up a nice quiet environment. I love to put some meditation sounds or nature sounds or anything that makes me feel calm. Some nice easy guitar music, whatever makes me feel calm. I like to make this sacred space. I love to burn candles and to, use some sage or Palo Santo or whatever you have in your home. That's just my personal opinion. I love to take these things because it is a journey. When we go inwards, it is a journey and it has to be honored. And I feel the more that we can be there fully, the more that we can be present with confronting those fears, the better you will be able to cleanse and let it out of your system. So number one thing is to write these things down, identify them and write them down in a place that only you can look into. You don't have to share it with anyone if you don't want to, but if you want to break through them, we have to first confront them so we can get to the root of everything that's been stopping you from living your best life. Secondly, when you've written down the statement, ask yourself, is it true? Is it really true? Because oftentimes things are just a perception and the limiting beliefs that we have are just one big fat lie. Usually they're not true. They're far from the true, but our fantasy has convinced us that it is true, and because of that we're living that paradigm. So I want to ask you, is it true? And if it's not true, and usually it is not true, even if the ego tries to convince you that it's true, that's the whole point of it. It's not. It's stopping you from whatever you want to have in your life, however you want to feel, the freedom to feel within. And so, what is true? Rewrite that belief. How do you want to perceive it? How do you want to see yourself? How do you want to see your body? How would you like to shine? What does it mean for you to fully shine, to fully feel that, one day you would walk in a room and you feel so confident, not because it's your ego, the ego confidence, but because you feel so good within yourself. You feel so balanced and beautiful and empowered. What would that mean for you? What would have to change? Write it down. Rewrite whatever you don't like about yourself and rewrite it in a way, reframe it in a way that you love to see yourself. Now, when you've done that, it is a good thing to journal. I love to journal. There are actually multiple techniques. You can do breath work, you can do meditation. I always love to journal and burn those beliefs. Literally, burn them, the ones that I don't like. And when you look at the flame, I always love to do this. When you look at how whatever you're trying to burn, how it burns can also tell you how resistant this energy is. Sometimes when it burns very fast, it means that you've already done a lot of work and therefore it burns faster. Sometimes when it's very stubborn, it can burn a bit slower, and sometimes that can mean that we have a little bit more work to do, or that we're not quite yet ready to release this doubt, this limiting belief. However this burns, just observe it burn, and don't take things like too definite, like if it's not burning fast enough or whatever. Just observe and notice if that's something that you can relate to, if it's something that you feel like, could relate to the story, to your experience. So yeah, just this is a very fun side note. Another step, if you want to take it to another level, what you can do is take those sentences that you've written down, the way that you like to perceive yourself, and repeat it every morning. Just repeat it, or any time of the day. Before you go to sleep or in the morning, I would say, are the most powerful moments, because your brain is in theta during those hours and it's more accessible, so you're able to reprogram the subconscious even better. Once you do that, it is the case that you start to practice being that way. Whenever a doubt or situation will pop in, the next thing that you're going to say, whenever your mind says, I cannot do this, this is not for me, identify, be aware, and then reframe. I can do this. This is for me. Every single time that happens. And what you do is you train yourself to not only be aware of your thinking and not be identified with your thoughts, but also to say to yourself, no, this is the direction I want to look in, and this is my reality right now. Because the strongest energy will always win. The more energy you put into your new reality than you put into your past, then that's going to manifest. If you put more energy into your past and dwell over the past and all the things that you don't like about yourself, then that's going to be your reality. So the biggest energy always wins. The greatest energy always wins. So you get to decide what kind of reality you want to create and how you want to be. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you want to change and how perhaps you're going to do it. Because the more people that read your comments, the more we can empower each other and help each other through these journeys. Because the journey of self-love it's quite challenging, and it's a journey, I guess, that never truly stops. Whenever you reach a certain level or a new level, you feel like a lot of new limiting beliefs will pop in, and there's just another level of yourself that you need to explore, need to build, and need to love. But it's definitely one of the most beautiful things in life is to be able to get to love yourself. Is to be able to be yourself fully in your light and in whatever you do, so that you can shine your light, your authentic expression in this reality, in this world. So let's share it so we can empower each other in this community that we start building here on YouTube. And if you have liked this video, make sure to like this video, as this video needs to be spread out to anyone who needs to hear it right now. And for those of you who are new here, remember to subscribe, as you will be the first to watch all of my videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so that you can create your best life. Remember, we have such an exciting future to look forward to, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye for now.